Hi everyone. So today, let's do one thing. Let's discuss the topic LCM, right? Least common multiple algorithm. Yep. Let's see definition part. What does the definition part says here? Right. LCM, also known as least common multiple of two numbers, is the smallest positive number that is divisible by both the numbers. Yep. So that is nothing but the smallest positive number that is divisible by both the numbers. It is calculated using the relation LCM of a comma b, that is equivalent to a into b by GCD of a comma b. So this is very important. So this is the formula that we need to know, right? First, we have to know about the GCD. Previously, we went with the GCD algorithm as well. You have to know what GCD is, right? Greatest common divisor. Yep. So you have to know what GCD is. Then we can easily go with this particular formula. Actually, LCM of a comma b is a into b by GCD of a comma b for the to calculate the LCM, right? So this is the smallest positive number that is divisible by the both numbers. Yep. So this is fine. Next, let's move on with the algorithm explanation here. See, to compute LCM efficiently, what we do, we first compute the GCD using the Euclidean's algorithm. Yep. So to compute the LCM efficiently, what we do, we first compute the GCD using Euclidean's algorithm. Yep. So we have previously done that. It will be easier for us now. Yep. Euclidean's algorithm works by repeatedly replacing a comma b to the b comma a modulo b. We already know that, right? So first we'll calculate the remainder actually by r equals a modulo b. Then we'll replace a by b, right? Then we'll replace this one a by b, then b to r. Actually these two things, these two replacements we need to know at any cost. Then when b becomes 0, a becomes the GCD. Yeah, when we will be carrying on that one until b becomes 0, right? So when b becomes 0, a is nothing but the GCD. Every step we will replace b a by b and b by r. These two things we have to remember. And when b becomes 0, a becomes GCD. So this is the GCD part. Once GCD is known, we will multiply the two numbers, then divide the product by GCD. That's what we will do. Will For the LCM, this is same until we calculate the GCD, right? So then once the GCD is known, we'll multiply the two numbers, divide the product by GCD, right? So this avoids checking the multiples manually, right? So if we check manually, that will be completely slow. So we'll be going with this particular method, right? So this is it for the algo. So let's do one thing. Let's try to articulate the same thing in the form of code. Let's try to articulate the same thing in the form of code. Yep. So let's start with the GCD part actually initially. Yep. So we know the GCD part actually. We can do this one quickly. First, let's go with a method to compute the GCD of two numbers. For that, I'll just go with static here, long GCD. So within the GCD method, first I'll go with the two parameters. One is A and another one is B. Yep. So this is fine. Within the GCD method again, while b not equal to 0, while b not equal to 0, what we'll do, the loop runs actually until the second number becomes 0, right? So we have to store the remainder of a that is divided by b. So I can just go with long r equals, so a modulo b, right? So this is fine. Then as we have to assign b to a and we have to assign the remainder to b. That's what we need to do, right? So I'll just go with a equals b and b equals r and b equals r, right? So this is fine. Then all we have to do is when b is 0, a holds the GCD, nothing but we have to return a in that case. Yep. So let me format the code once. Yep. So we are done with this part. Next, what we'll do, we have to compute the LCM, right? So to compute the LCM, we will be going with the formula, this formula. So as per the definition part or the algorithm explanation part, right? So then see, once the GCD is known, now we know the GCD. Then we have to multiply the two numbers, divide the product by the GCD. These two things we have to do, right? So I'll just go with one more method named LCM actually. I'll just go with static long. Let me go with the LCM. So let me go with again the same two parameters, A and B. Yep. So here all we have to do is we have to return. So let me go with the formula A by GCD, A by GCD of a comma b into b into b. Yep. So this is it actually. We will divide first to avoid the overflow, then we will be multiplying, right, with a B actually. Yep. So this is it for the LCM method. Next, finally, we are done with the algorithm. This is it for the algo actually, mainly to calculate the LCM actually. This is the algo basically. Yep. Now let's go with the example. Let's go with a simple example within the main method. First, let's go with two numbers. You have to calculate the numbers, right? So let me consider some random number. I'll just go with a 6 here. And also let me go with B. I'll just go with 8 here, right? So this is fine. Let's call the LCM function and store the result. So I'll just go with answer here. This is LCM of, let me go with the A comma B, A comma B. So this is fine. Finally, we have to print the LCM result. So this one will be system out println. Let me pass the answer, right? So this is it for the, what do we call? This is it for the uh, algo actually, and this is it for the example part actually. We have considered two numbers 6 and 8. Finally, we are going with the answer variable. So we have just called the LCM function here, and we are just storing the result. And finally, this one is out what answer that we have passed, right? So we are printing the LCM result here, right? If everything goes well, we have to get the desired output. See, 1 second. So before running the code, let's check whether we have any error. No, right? So let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. Yeah, let's dry run the code. Yeah, so that we get to know whatever the code that we have written is correct or not, by considering the same example that we have considered within the main method or the code that we have written. Yep. After doing that, also we get to know about the output, right? So these two things. After doing that, if everything goes well, later we'll come back here and run the code. Yep. For now, let's dry run the code. So one thing, what we'll be doing now, let's go with a step by step. Let's consider the same example that we have considered within the code actually. So A, we have considered 6 actually, and B, we are going with a 8. Yeah, B, we are going with a 8. Let's go with a GCD calculation. As per the code that we have written, first we are going with a GCD, right? So GCD, we have considered A equals 6 initially and B equals 8. So first what we'll do, then it will be A equals 6, B equals 8. So first thing, what we are doing within the GCD. So first thing, we'll replace A by B, and will replace B to R as well, right? B to R, nothing but the remainder. Remainder will be calculated by A modulo B. That's what we have written. Second step, A becomes 8 and B becomes 6. And third step, A becomes 6 and B becomes 2. If you want to go in the depth, how to calculate the GCD, we have already this one. Discuss the GCD algorithm. You can just go through that one. Yeah, so this is fine. Next step, A becomes 2 and B becomes 0, right? So now as B becomes 0, this will be the GCD, right? So now, sorry, GCD becomes 2 actually. Yeah, when B becomes 0, A is the GCD, right? So GCD is 2. Yep, GCD is 2. So now let's go with the LCM calculation actually. Yeah, let me go with LCM calculation, right? So I'll just write LCM here. So LCM calculation, we are going with A by GCD, right? A by GCD. Finally into B, right? So if you remember the code within the method, LCM method actually, or the function that we have considered. So within the that particular method, we have went with A by GCD into B, right? Or into B. First, let's go with A by GCD, right? A by GCD. A here, nothing but we are going with a 6. Initially, A this one, A is 6, and GCD we have got 2, right? So this becomes 3. This becomes 3. And finally, whole we are multiplying with the B into B we have went with, right? Within the method. So let's go with 3 into 8 actually. 3 into 8, right? B we have the value 8, right? So this will be 24. This will be 24, right? So 3 into 8 is nothing but the 24. So this is the output that we need to get actually. Output is nothing but 24, right? This is the output that we need to get actually. This is the output that we need to get. So this is it for the dry run. This is it for the dry run. So this is based on completely whatever the code that we have written actually. Yep, whatever the code that we have written, right? So this is fine. Now we have the idea on what output that we need to get. Let's do one thing. Yeah, let's go to the coding part. Let's run the code that we have written. So I'll just do one thing. Yeah, let me run the code. Just come here. Yeah, let me run this one. Let's wait for some time. It's getting compiled actually. Anyways, let's wait for some time. Yeah, you can clearly see here the output that we are getting here is 24, which is absolutely correct. Actually, we have already dry run the code. We had dry run the code, right? Just very recently, basically. Yep. We have got the output 24, which is absolutely correct, and we have complete idea on the algorithm that we have written. The only one thing that is left is nothing but we have to discuss the complexities for the code that we have written. Let's do that. So what will be the time complexity and the space complexity actually? See, time complexity would lead to because of similar to the this one GCD, it would lead to because of log of min of a comma b, min of a comma b. So this is going to be the overall time complexity actually. Time complexity would lead to again because of log of min of a comma b, right? So what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to because of 1. Yes, space complexity would lead to big of 1. The time complexity would lead to big of log of min of a comma b, and the space complexity would lead to big of 1 for the code that we have written. So this is it for the time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written. So this is fine. So we are done with everything, man. We are done with the LCM algo. Next, what we will be doing, we will be discussing about the extended Euclidean algorithm. Extended Euclidean algorithm. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.